This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Frank Warren, I'm not sure if you should be on some sort of island somewhere, tropical island, repping that t-shirt or
Yeah,
shirt.
I've got my 5v5 celebratory first anniversary show.
I was going to say, let's go straight into that then. I can't quite believe that June the 1st was a year ago yesterday. The victory was a year ago. Leaps and bounds we've come in this industry, eh?
Where's that gone? It's just flown by, hasn't it? Yeah. Want to get another one on? We're chomping at the bit. Matchroom and Queensbury, both are chomping on the bit, so we're going to get something sorted out.
I was going to say, is Eddie flapping the rematch? What's going on? I thought we would have.
Yeah, no, he's up for it. He's up for it. We will get something organised. We'll do something.
We're do you see this? I mean, I know initially we heard about maybe something potentially being in July, but then that was maybe pushed back and not the 5v5. We expect to see a 5v5 this summer, Frank, or
Late summer.
late summer. Okay, that is good news indeed. What is going on in your immediate world other than boxing? Anything exciting?
What's going on? I don't know. I want to be excited by Arsenal making a big signing. That's what I'm looking for at the moment. A striker.
I'm needing Southampton to do the same in some capacity to bring us
Well,
up.
you've got a striker down in Southampton. You've got Ryan Garner. He's a striker of the first order.
That we have got.
Fighting down there.
Throwing a bit of Royston, Barney Smith, and Lewis
And Royston,
as
and in a
well.
in a big fight for him. It's hopefully gonna be a coming out fight for him.
Is that a place where you look at your stable at the minute and see a crop of real talent moving forward?
Yeah. Yeah, there's some really good fighters down there on the south coast, and we've invested in it and invested in them. And now's the time to start building the following down there and put the shows on regularly as we're doing.
Well, Frank, some form of a rematch happens this Saturday where Justice Huni comes up against your man Fabio Wardley. Now, when I saw that that was the opponent that was taken instead of Jarrell Miller on a sort of, I don't want to say short notice, but I was interested. I know Eddie went and gave it the big one and say, look, it's a big mistake. We know Fabio, we know how much you trust and have faith in Fabio. But why is he the man to do what no one really has done to Justice Huni come Saturday?
Well, because we believe in him. I think he's got the ability to win the fight. Um, he's done everything that's been asked of him up to as yet, and we feel he's the first person who can beat Justice as a professional.
When we look at Fabio now, obviously he's doing fantastically, making a name for himself in Ipswich and stuff like that. He always wanted that stadium homecoming. I suppose it's a little bit hard to do within the season, but when you get the opportunities, is that going to be it for Fabio now, making him that big name down in?
Yeah, well, look, the fans have come out for him. I mean, we've sold a lot of tickets there. It's going to be an exciting night. It's going to be quite an atmospheric night for an emotional night as well for Fabio. He got his wish and his dream has come true to fight in front of his crowd at Portman Road. So we've delivered, and he's got a fight which he's got to deliver in. It's important fights for the WBA interim title. We've got a big show on the 19th of July at Wembley. Four belts on the line between Usyk and Dubois. It's a chance for Daniel to create and make history, be the first Brit to ever hold the four belts. Nobody's ever done that before. And whatever the outcome of the fight, it's going to be the catalyst for all these fights that are happening underneath those four belts. It's Fabio's fight included, which is an interim title fight. So the winner of that would get himself into a position to become a mandatory for the BA when it's due, which is early next year. So this is a very important fight for Fabio and for Justice.
You touched on Daniel Dubois there. A really fiery initial build-up when the fight was announced, which is always good. Frank, I have to say, I think a touch of genius from Queensbury, because when I initially saw the fight went out, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't sure it would do amazingly ticket-wise. I don't know why I thought that. And then I was in my local gym, and a couple of Ukrainian lads come up to me, and they all said that they had tickets. And I ended up speaking to about six of them who were all really super eager to come down. Since then, I've had loads of interactions. I've got friends myself going. Still selling well and looking forward to a big night.
Yeah, we're into the 70s now, and we've got 7 weeks to go still.
And is Daniel under Usyk's skin? We know he left a little bit early last time out. It's very unlike Alexander Usyk. Or is it George Fox just prodding and prodding?
I don't know, but it's all part of the game outside the ring. When we get to fight week, that's going to be interesting. Be a lot of emotion, tension will be there. It's going to be interesting. But the end of it all is that Daniel now is a much more mature guy. You've seen that he's been a underdog in his last four fights, and this fight he's the underdog. People make Usyk the favourite, bookmakers and so forth. So, but Daniel's used to that now. He's shown what he's all about. He went in the Lions' Den last time round against um, AJ, where AJ, I mean, I'd say 95% of the crowd backed him and were behind him. So none of that phases him. He's done that. He's got that badge from the Boy Scouts. He's got that one. He's now onto making sure he creates some history and becomes the first Brit to win the four belts.
Frank, out of curiosity, where does he rank in terms of all-time British heavyweights with a victory over Alexander Usyk?
He's done something that no other Brits have done.
Does that make him number one?
It make him number one in the world.
No, I know, but I mean, I was reading an interesting debate the other day where people were saying, look, I mean, arguably there's a place for, I mean, it's between him and Lennox, right? But a victory there is monumental and then for how young he is as well, for how much more there still is.
What's to beat a two weight world champion, Olympic gold medalist, undefeated heavyweight, undefeated cruiserweight. Blimey, you don't need me to write that history.
You've picked your talent fantastically. Is it ever weird almost when you're involved with these big fights of Daniel, looking back at those COVID shows and almost being the man to say, no, this is Britain's next charge for a heavyweight championship, and now actually seeing it in fruition?
But he's won he's won it. He won the IBF. He's got that. This is his chance to go and grab the other three belts. I believe he can do it. It's not going to be easy. He's in with a guy who, most people are saying, most journalists and publications say that he's the number one heavyweight of the 21st century. He had two very close fights with Tyson. I thought Tyson won one of them, but he didn't get the result. But he is the number one, and Daniel's the number two most of active fighters. That's where we are at the moment. This is the chance for Daniel to become the number one. If he beats him, he's beat the guy that's considered to be the best heavyweight of the 21st century.
And one of the best of all time.
Yeah,
Out of curiosity, you mentioned Tyson Fury there. He had replied to some of my stuff actually, saying no, he wants to come back. He wants that third fight with Alexander Usyk. That was probably about a month ago now. It's gone a little bit quieter. He's now in Lake Como, lapping it up. If I was in Lake Como, I'd probably never want to box again. What's your gut feeling, Frank? Do you ever just bell him and go, "Hello, Tice, fancy a cup of tea"?
I spoke to him yesterday, but we didn't talk about boxing.
That's what everyone's telling me they say when they speak to Tyson.
Yeah, well, they've all gone on my mantra, haven't they?
Do you expect to ever see him in the ring again? And would it not be, I suppose the fan in me would be gutted if I never saw him against AJ.
If he was going to come back, I hope he would do it whilst he's young. I'd hate to go away for a couple of years and do it. Um, that's the only thing if he were to come back. But why would he want to come back? He's made a truckload of money. He's never been able to spend the money he's made. He's very, very wealthy. His family are wealthy. He's got 7 kids, got a great wife. They're all very close. And what does he need to go and punch in the head again for?
Um, Out of curiosity, you mentioned about fighters maybe doing it past their best. Manny Pacquiao will get in the ring against Mario Barrios at 47 years of age, I want to say. I don't know how he's managed to get himself a world title shot, but he has. But this sport sometimes just, I never really know what to think, Frank. What do you think?
I think I really don't know what to think sometimes. I mean, I'm with you on that. I don't, it's not even like he's had a warm-up fight or anything, is it? He's going straight in.
He did have an exhibition fight where people said he didn't look great. It's a bit alarming, though.
It is alarming, but I, you just wonder why people around him let make it happen.
Fair enough. Right, two more from me. One, I can kind of guess your answer, but I'm going to ask it to you anyway. Obviously, you've got Wardley Huni on the fantastic platform that is DAZN Saturday night. Are you worried about clashing with Boxer on Saturday, Frank?
Didn't even know they even had a show on. Who they got on?
Callum Simpson's headlining in Barnsley,
Right. Okay.
so not worried there.
Not really.
And lastly, Moses Itauma, what's next for him? I have to say, just watching the whole Billy Nelson and Martin Bakole stuff's had me laughing at my phone at times. I mean, what is next?
Well, it's not that.
It's not Martin Bakole.
No. No.
All
No.
right, Frank. You're
I'd say I'd fight the fellow who should have got the decision. I thought won the fight in the last one.
FA Jagba,
Yeah, I'd do that.
but you ain't giving Martin and Billy the op.
He's told, well, I've got a text of him saying that he won't be ready to fight our man until December. I've got a text from Billy saying that. So whatever Billy's saying now, that's not what he sent. I mean, if he don't mind, I'll send you the text. You can read it yourself. And then from what I understand, he's told, I think told Umar that he's got a big fight lined up in the summer. So let him win his big fight or try and win his big fight, and we'll see where we go.
All right, Frank. Lovely speaking to you as always, my friend.
It's a pleasure, young
It's
man.
tremendous. I'm sure that's your UK house, but I have to say it looks very exotic. So whoever's done the interior design, big well done to them. See you later, mate.
Yeah, young man. There you go.